Hi everyone, welcome to our chapter 6 presentation. This Hanli goes through today's outline. I'm Chisa. We're going to talk about selecting the best topic. When you choose a topic for your speech, do you have any strategy to develop your ideas? If you have already or not, after discuss, the process is going to be easier. So now I'm going to tell you guys 3 strategies, which are research, brainstorming, and mind mapping. So first, research. Research is often the effective way to begin your topic selection process. So for example, magazines, newspaper, website, and SNS are great resources for subject because they include articles on recent current events, science, culture, and famous people. So next is brainstorming. Brainstorming is one of the famous strategies to develop your ideas. So the most important things is you just list your every ideas come up your mind. So later you will consider which one of the best. So next one is mind mapping. Mind mapping is a little bit more complicated than brainstorming. So you just write down a word or phrase in the middle of paper, and after that, surrounded it with image and words related to the other ideas which comes up your mind. So next is Windy is gonna be talk about selecting the best topic.
Hi everybody, my name is Wendy, and today I will tell you guys how to selecting the best topic. There's so many ways for you to know how to select the best topic, but technically you all can agree that in our lifetime we would come up with a day or a time that we have to do a public speak anyway, whether it's going to be a presentation in class or a speech at your brother or sister wedding. One crucial step about those kind of situation is that you really need to consider the assignment. What kind of speech that you are giving, and based on that, what type of information and what sources that you really need to know. For example, if you have a presentation in class, the teacher will have some expected criteria that you have to meet, like some sort of article or research from a professor of that specialty. Or another example that you really need to know, if, for example, you're giving a speech at your brother or sister wedding. So at your brother and sister wedding, you are giving a speech about the newly married couple. You really want to consider what information you are giving. You are giving your personal experience with them and not some kind of formal situation. Thank you. Another act that will be really crucial in case of considering like the topic is that you need to take a look at your list of topics. The really fact, one of the biggest fact that is out there is the better unique or the most weird topic that is, the more interesting it is. Most of the hot topic that you really don't want to choose, the reason that is either there's too many information around that already, and they also be overused. So you really need to take a look at to see the list of topics that you have and choose the best one. After that, you will need to really consider about your audience. You are looking at the range of age different or the different academic background. And based on that, you might be able to guess what is their potential interest is, and then focus on that one. Because if you're showing your considering toward your audience, you will gain their attention, and that will help you a lot during your public speaking that you will do in the future. So that is the 2 first steps of how to select the best topic. Now Monica will show you the other 3 steps.
Hi, this is Monica, and we are still on the topic of selecting the best topic. When you select the topic, you need to consider your interest and your knowledge. For example, when you talk about a thing you already know, the audience will more likely to believe your claim. Another thing that will benefit you about talking about a topic that you're interested in is that when you're talking about like the TV shows you are addicted to or the games you're currently playing to your friend, the audience will be more likely to get drawn into your energy and go along with your speech. Next is that you need to consider the context. Context has three circumstances. One is the occasion, another one is the surrounding environment, and the third one is the situation. Occasion is the time or event you are speaking at. For example, if you're invited to talk at the wedding of your sister, you wouldn't choose to talk about the groom's or the bride's ex-lover. Second is the surrounding environment. Where are you talking? Is it the gym, the indoor stadium, or the classroom? If you're going to give a speech to the elementary school students, you wouldn't choose to talk about how World War II affect the world economy. Third, the situation. What is the size of the audience, and what time of the day are you talking? If you are going to give a presentation at the camping night, you wouldn't want to talk about any topic that require you to show a visual to the audience because they are not going to see it that well. Next is that when you choose a topic, you have to stick with it. Don't change back and forth because all it's going to do is waste your time. For example, if you got a speech topic to talk at the beginning of the semester and you spend half the beginning of the semester preparing for that, and then half the time you change, you want to do another topic, you would just have only another half of the semester to prepare it, and that is what you want to avoid. So this is the end of selecting the best topic. And next is refining the topic, where Nin will explain to you how to do it.
Hey, I'm Nin, and I'll be covering the topic defining section for Chapter 6. By now, you have already selected a topic for yourself. Now you're probably going to pick another rhetorical purpose for your speech. Your intent effect on the audience constitute your rhetorical purpose. In public speaking classes, the topic will be choose for each and every speech. For all the speeches outside the classroom, the choice of purpose will be left to you. There are three kinds of rhetorical purposes. There's informing, persuading, and making a special occasion. For informing, the message is educational, and your objective is to increase the audience understanding or awareness of the subject. For example, I could speak about coffee and its beneficial or negative effects they have on people, or whether caffeine is good for you or not. For persuading, convince the audience to consider or adopt a new position, strengthen an existing belief, or take a particular action. For example, I could speak about people have the rights to own guns for a reason that they could defend themselves in situations such as burglary or home invasion. That could be scary, right? And for making a special occasion, honor that occasion by entertaining, inspiring, or emotionally moving your audience. Once you have determined your rhetorical purpose, think about which aspect of your topic you want to cover in your speech. And this is actually an important strategy all speakers should consider. It's very crucial to narrow down the topic for several reasons. Two, actually. Firstly, it allows you to fit your speech into the available time. Resist any urge to speak fast in order to say everything you have planned. The audience don't respond well to those tactics. And secondly, you would put more emphasis on the focus of your speech. To narrow down the topic, one of the strategies is to remember your audience. Ask yourself whether your topic will be interesting or important to your listeners. For instance, I go to a gaming convention and I'm not going to speak about why games are a waste of time or how people should read books instead of playing games. That would make no sense. That is the end for my part. For now, I will leave it to my friend Ha to show you how to draft a purpose. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ha. After you selecting the best topic and refining the topic, we transfer the next step to make it become the useful topic. At the beginning of the process, I called it by the determination. Firstly, we need to identify the general purpose. It means after you choosing your topic, you need to make it narrow. The rambling topic will make the audience feel confused as well as decrease the attention of audience. Next, determine your specific purpose. It means we make a summary of your general purpose. By the way, we try it one sentence. I also have some necessary phrase we need to make it become the useful topic, like to convince, to be honored, to make a specific occasion with a purpose to. To make everything clear, I will make the example for you. If I choose the general purpose by talk about the execution of the death penalty, if I have 5 minutes in presentation, what's the best man idea, the best man specific purpose which I will choose? I will choose to talk about the history of execution. And then my topic I choose is the history of execution in Vietnam. I will take the main topic sentence like to inform my audience about the execution in Vietnam. By the way, focus on the series of history of execution in Vietnam. And this is the end of my part. I will come back. And next, this is my friend part, dropping the thesis statement of summer. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Summer. I'm the person who's gonna talk about the next and final step of selecting a topic. After you have refined your have selected a right topic and have defined your specific purpose, there's one more step you need to take before working on the actual content of your speech, which is drafting the thesis statement. The thesis statement is thesis is a statement that summarizes the overall message of your speech, and because it's usually because it's contain the essence of your speech, it is very it is the one thing that you want the audience to remember about. This is very important because after a few days, your audience will. It is almost certain that your audience will not remember anything about your speech. That is when the thesis come in and as a memory probe to help them remember what your speech was about. And now that the importance of the thesis statement is acknowledged, it is crucial that you know how to draft a good one. First of all, you need when drafting a thesis statement, you need to keep it as short as possible, preferably one sentence. Scientifically speaking, according to the multi-store model of memory, the human mind constantly takes in and processes the information. Then store them temporarily in the short-term memory. However, the short-term memory is very limited and cannot deal with a large amount of information at once. And to transfer the piece of information from the short-term memory to the long-term memory, which stores things that last much longer, we have to make a conscious effort to learn it. That means less information equals more effective remembering. So try to keep your thesis statement as short as possible for your audience to memorize. Second, remember to express your intentions in your thesis. If you want to persuade your audience about a certain issue, or you want to provide them with information that you find very useful, your audience need to know about that to make it easier for them to follow your speech. And third and finally, be consistent with your specific purpose and your main points later on.
this is quite straightforward. When you say you are going to talk about something in the thesis statement, you have to talk about that thing in your main speech. And make sure your thesis statement delivers the same ideas as your specific purpose. Otherwise, you would run the risk of confusing your audience. That's all from my part. I hope you now know how to draft adequate thesis statement. If you are still not so sure how to do so, here are Yakut and Ha to lead you through the whole topic selecting process with a specific example.
Hi, I'm Yakut, and I'm here to walk you through the example. Gathering up all of this information, we will now show you the full process with an example topic. In order to create a set of potential topics, use one of the methods mentioned previously by Chisa, brainstorming and mind mapping. I will begin by the most important step, though, which is research. Looking up information in magazines, newspapers, and of course the internet is the easiest way to combine useful facts. This is to help yourself familiarize with the topic and its deeper aspects. Using what I have found along with my present knowledge, things start refining. Now, in my brainstorm, many types of food we can eat for breakfast will pop up, such as bread, milk, noodles, and cocoa. I can list out pros and cons based on the context, the audience, the assignment, and my own interests. For instance, bread is too dry, milk alone sometimes upsets the stomach, noodles are too hot, so we need to find a balance between them all. Next, I will transfer to the second step, selecting the best topic. My instructor in health class could be asking for an informative speech. And because of that, and the results of my research and my own knowledge, I can narrow it down. I can focus on breakfast habits of students in particular. Also, I can check the list of topics that I already made previously. Breakfast is well known absolutely, but we remain too vague. Because we have many cultures and many differences in our routines, I think I need to make it even narrower down to the breakfast of American students specifically. Then I will pick the most entertaining and relevant topic, cereal and milk. Of course, cereal goes before milk, always. And now Ha will take you through the very final steps of having a successful specific purpose and making a good speech.
Hi, I'm come back. Now are you on my fascination to make next step of the topic? Is it drafting the specific purpose and drafting the thesis statement? My general purpose in this thesis is how to make the healthy breakfast. The topic I choose is how to make the cereals. Whether you need to put a cereal go before milk or vice versa, and I will try one drafting the thesis statement. The thesis statement must have just one sentence. It covers on your subject and on your idea, and I will try that. So the sentence I will choose is to inform the audience how to make the cereal right way. The cereal must go before milk. And I also have one sentence. It's just optional to make your topic make sense. Like this is the way I want to explain to the audience. I think my topic will make you feel amazing, and you will want to know the right way to have the healthy breakfast by cereals. Thank you for listening.
Yay.